less than a week away until the New Hampshire primary. President Trump steaming ahead with major momentum after a decisive victory in the Iowa caucuses, though polling shows the Granite State may prove better for Nikki Haley than it did in Iowa. Joe Khalil is live for us in New Hampshire with the check on the race. Okay, Joe, we are on to the next one. What are we expecting here next week?
On to the next one is exactly the right way to put it, Marty. Essentially, the campaigning here in New Hampshire began the moment that the Iowa caucus results wrapped up. And so you've got all three of the major candidates at this point, Donald Trump, Nikki Haley, and Ron DeSantis, doing events here throughout the state in New Hampshire, multiple events, meeting voters where they are, talking to them one-on-one, and also doing addresses more publicly. So those things are happening all throughout the day now, and they will continue to happen between now and Tuesday. And you talked about how New Hampshire may be a different dynamic than in Iowa, and I think that is the story from the ground here in New Hampshire right now, is Nikki Haley's sort of ascent in the polls, the momentum that she has shown, and that is very real. It's reflected in the polling. Take a look here at the most recent average of polling, anywhere from 10 to 15 points better for Nikki Haley right now than she was doing even a month ago. Some of that, we imagine, came from Chris Christie. When he dropped out, he was polling at around 9 or 10%. Hard to see Chris Christie voters jumping over to Donald Trump. So many of that pool of voters, we believe, are now going to be Nikki Haley supporters. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of work between now and when votes are cast. So we'll see how she can do, if she builds on that momentum, or if some of the other candidates are able to sort of blunt that as well. But Donald Trump's still the front runner. Obviously, he's a former president. He had a large lead in Iowa, still is in first place right now, according to polling here in New Hampshire. But you can see that Haley and Trump are sort of sharpening their criticisms and attacks on each other. Here's a snippet of both of them just from yesterday.
People behind Nikki Haley are pro-amnesty, they're pro-China, they're pro-open borders. These are the people that are backing her. They're pro-war. We don't want war. We got out of all the wars. We beat the hell out of ISIS.
70% of Americans have said they don't want to see another Trump-Biden rematch. The majority of Americans think that having two 80-year-olds running for president is not what they want.
And just want to point out that we're highlighting those two, but Governor Ron DeSantis, there was a lot of talk about him not having sort of a friendly atmosphere here in New Hampshire and looking beyond that to South Carolina. But I can tell you, he is putting in the work today. He's got multiple events. He has more events through the week, even if he goes back and forth between South Carolina and New Hampshire. So it seems like his campaign, according to people we've talked to there, are not, taking the state for granted. We're going to see, how he divvies up his time and his resources, as well as all three of these candidates, again, barnstorm all across the Granite State.
Barnstorm all across the Granite State, Joe, and Ambassador Haley hoping to make this a two-person race. Joe.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.